Good morning, this is Jacob here with another episode of the Let's Get to Business podcast. So this morning, I was reading my Bible and I ran across something very interesting. I was like, you know what, I'm going to have to record this. I'm going to have to share this with you guys because I just think this is so powerful. And you know, so many times we completely miss something because we weren't looking for it. And I was looking for it this morning, I guess, so it kind of popped into my mind. So in 1 Thessalonians 4, verse 10, 11, and 12, it says, "And indeed ye do it toward all the brethren which are in Macedonia, and we beseech you, brethren, that ye increase more and more." Now, why is he saying we need to increase more and more? And how do we increase more and more? Why do we need to increase more and more? I believe that for me as a Christian, it is my purpose, it is my responsibility in my life to increase more and more. In what way? Spiritually, financially, physically. I'm supposed to be increasing. Like, what am I doing to improve myself? What am I doing to grow to the next level? Where in my life do I need to go to the next level? It says, "We beseech you, brethren, that ye increase more and more." Now, interesting enough, that's not all. And it says, "And that ye study to be quiet and to do your own business." Do your own business. "And to work with your own hands as we have commanded you." Now, why does it say that? And you study to be quiet. What is it saying? Don't raise a ruckus. Study. Like, why? We study. We increase more and more by studying and being quiet. Like, instead of always thinking we have the answer, maybe it's time to study a little bit. Maybe it's time to, in order to increase more and more, maybe we need to study. All right. And to do your own business. I believe this is saying we all need to be entrepreneurial. We all need to have a little bit of our own. We need to be looking out for our own business, like our own. In this case, I literally think it means an actual business. Like, we need to be entrepreneurial. We need to be thinking of a way to financially get ahead in life. We need to physically and financially. We need to be thinking about ways to increase financially. Because when we do that, only by doing that and increasing financially and gathering resources, can we have the money for the needs out there. We see a lot of poor people. We see a lot of situations that need resources, that need people, that need these things. And by doing this, and it goes all the way back to the very beginning where it says, "Be fruitful and multiply." And in Genesis 1, it says, "Be fruitful and multiply, replenish the earth." Now, what is it saying? Be fruitful. What is it saying? Be fruitful. We need to bear fruit. We need to be productive. Like, we need to physically be productive. Now it says, and multiply. We need to multiply that productivity. We need to multiply. See, it says increase more and more. Like, we're supposed to be increasing more and more. We're going to be multiplying the things that we do. And then it says, and replenish the earth. Now, how do we do that? A lot of times, replenish the earth is talking about creating abundance. That's what that's talking about. And so when we create abundance, that's like in our own business, we create resources. We gather wealth to be used for the Lord's work. It doesn't mean that that we should all go be living deliciously and driving hot rods and stuff. And I'm not saying that that's wrong necessarily, but that is not the primary goal of money. That is not the primary goal of wealth. It should be to serve. It is to gather wealth to serve. All right, and work with your own hands. Why? There's a blessing when you go in and you work with your own hands. Like, it keeps you humble. It keeps you. It helps you to realize what it takes. Why? That ye may walk honestly toward them that are without, and that ye may have lack of nothing. Why? You have lack of nothing. Don't be a burden on society. Don't be a burden on other believers. Don't be a burden on your family. Instead, be productive and learn. Increase more and more. Like, I mean, this is, to me, is amazing. Like, I believe that one of the most important things in business and the most important things in life is to develop personally. And I believe this is what it's talking about. Increase more and more. We need to study. We need to learn. The Bible says, it is the glory of God to conceal a matter, but it's the honor of kings to search out a matter. See, we need to be like a king. We need to search out these things. We need to grow. We need to develop our minds and become, go to the next level. Like, what are we doing to grow our mind? See, personal development is the only guarantee that next year is going to be better, that tomorrow is going to be better, that our future in any way will be better. That's the only guarantee is growth. And so we need to grow. We need to increase more and more. And we do that by studying to be quiet and doing our own business. Like we need to take our own life in our own hands, our own future in our own hands, and our own finances in our own hands. You know, I don't necessarily believe it's wrong to have a job, but I believe that most times we don't depend on that job for our future. We don't depend on that job for our financial stability. But we go outside of that also and we do other things. Now, I don't have a job myself. I own a company, but that's beside the point. The point is that figure out a way that you can have a little side business. Like, I mean, even something that let's say you were to lose your job that could help support your family. Like, I mean, I just think this is something that we need to be very cognizant of because we don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. So do your own business and work with your hands as you commanded you. And the reason that we do that is so that we may walk honestly. We are not so broke that we can't even be honest, that we almost have to steal to feed our family. Like, I've been in that position where I've been tempted to be dishonest because I was so broke I didn't have 2 pennies to rub together. Like, I think that, overcommitting on paying things is a form of dishonesty, at least in my own mind. Is like, if I say that I will do something, but that I'm so broke I can't even pay what I said I will pay, that's a form of dishonesty. I should have not put myself in that position. But see, this is why we have our own business. This is why we do that. It's so that we can grow and we don't have that problem. We don't get into that position. So anyway, I believe this is why you need your own business for 2 reasons. Actually, there's 3 reasons in here. Number 1 is it forces you to increase. It forces you to increase. Like, if you want to be successful in business, we have to get better. We have to develop personally if we want to go to the next level. The second reason is it puts the control of it into your own hands. You're not depending on somebody else, but it puts the control in your own hands. And the third reason is so you may have a lack of nothing. Like, what greater benefit of having your own business is so that you can feed your family, that you have when you see that need and you see where you can serve someone. And, maybe it's a widow, maybe it's a need overseas. It doesn't matter. The organizations and charities, and it doesn't matter what you care about, that you have the money, you have the resources, and that you use those resources to help people. So that's my opinion. I hope you guys are having an absolutely amazing week. We'll talk with you guys next time.